All right. Time and marks. Ready? Time and mark on this crankshaft gear, which is what we're going to be using to align it. Right there. And you're going to be lining it up with that marking right there. Right there. To there. Pretty simple. We're going to be putting the bolt back in here, turning it, lining it up, taking the timing belt off and putting the new one on, but not before we change the seals. All right, so now that you guys know the game plan, oh, by the way, here, look. There's your oil leak coming from that seal. It does that enough times, and you end up with that. So, I mean, there's more leaks than that, but that's a significant one. Anyways, I will keep you updated as I carry on my lonesome way here. Okay, here we go. You guys get to follow along with me on this one, which is, I think, is pretty cool. You don't see many YouTube channels doing this, right? We're on the cutting edge of novelty, maybe, or stupidity, one or the other. All right, so let's get that in there nice and tight. There. All right, now it's time to line those marks up. The ones that I've repeatedly shown you. I'm sure you know where they're at by now. There we go. Breaker bar. 19-inch socket. This is one of those fancy, ratcheting ones. Do I even have it right? Hold on, guys. Let's see if I go at this the right way. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. There we go. It's basically a ratchet in breaker bar form. There's a shout out. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but hey, if you guys want to send a sponsorship my way, feel free, and I will talk the world up about you. Anyways, it's getting tighter. Oh, what happened there? There it is. We're moving it, folks. That was a little bit tighter than I expected. There was still a little bit of compression on those cylinders. All right, I got to put this camera down and get a better eye of what's going on here. I can't really do two things at once. But once everything's lined up, we're gonna bring you back and show you what it all looks like. All right, guys, I'm going to be honest. I thought I was done with this timing belt, top dead center stuff, right? Guess what? I'm not, and I'm going to show you why. So I thought I was lined up, right? You see I better get my pointer out. Shoot, where did I do with that darn thing? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Okay, here she be. Okay, so look, guys. Do you see the marking right there? And do you see the one right here? Great, top dead center. And then down here. Oh man, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it without the light on it, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. There's a top dead center mark right there. And obviously the one for it's right above there. So it's on top dead center, isn't it? I don't think so. Here's why. Because this one, this pulley here, its top dead center mark is right here. And you look over here to its associated, area where there should be a mark for top dead center. Is nothing. It's clean. I don't know, man, the lights aren't going to really be able to show it maybe, but look. Clean. That's because the marking is all the way down there on the bottom. Can you see it? It's down there, trust me. So, what does it mean? Well, I remember reading a little bit about this when I was doing some research on this project. And I'll tell you what it means. It means that we're what's called 180 out. So, I guess I have to make another full revolution on my camshaft or on my crankshaft down here. And it'll be lined up again. But the only difference will be that these two pulleys here, instead of making one full revolution, they'll have only made a half a revolution. So that TDC mark there will be up on the top, and presumably there's another TDC mark on the bottom, and there is, I've already checked, that will also be up on the top. So that will mean that all three marks align, and when all three marks align, you're at top dead center. Oh, and you also could make a wish. No, that's just my attempt at a lame joke, folks. Don't mind me. All right, guys, listen, I've just learned something kind of distressing, but you know what? It's okay. We're going to get it fixed, and this engine's going to be better for it. So, if you see here, this mark is at TDC, right? And I assure you down below, that mark is also at TDC. But this mark here, it's actually off by one tooth. That's not good. That means that the timing of this engine is out of sync by a small amount, and that it's only going to get worse if it's not fixed. Like I said before, belt breaks, engine ruined. So what does that mean? Because we also got to change the seals in these suckers. Well, it means that we've got an extra step in the process, apparently. It means that we now have to align this. We have to retime my engine. This $2,500 car is starting to look more and more like a $2,500 car. But I guess it's only off by one tooth, so that's not a big deal. I've been scouring the internet, looking at guides, reading forums, doing all the fun stuff that people do when they don't know what to do. And look at the oil on this belt, by the way. You could tell this poor girl was starting to see the end of her life. Anyways, getting sidetracked. Yeah. So, what we've got to do, we've got to fix the timing issue, and then change the gears, and then change the timing belt, right? Or the seals, which requires taking the gears off, and then changing the timing belt. So I'll walk you through the process as I do it. Hey folks, Matt here with Midnight Motorworks. I'm kind of at an impasse. let me explain to you real quick what's going on. Okay, see these sprockets? The ones that I've been trying to get on TDC for quite some time now. Well, they're on TDC, but they've got to come off. They've got to come off so I can put the seals on behind them. So I'm all lined up. This one's at TDC. This one's at TDC. And the one down there is at TDC. And really, if all I had to do was replace the timing belt, I could do that real quick and I'd be done with it. But I don't have to do just the timing belt. I've got to do those seals too, which I've shown you the seals, and you know what I'm talking about. And that means that these sprockets have to come off somehow, and that gear down there has to come off on the crankshaft. So what I've been thinking is there's a couple different ways you could do this. Apparently, there's one way is they make a universal holding tool, apparently, that holds these guys for you while you loosen these bolts up. Then you can pull these off. Now, I don't have that tool. I might have to get that tool. But in the meantime, there's one trick that you can try that might work, might not. And I'm pretty skeptical, I'll be honest, that this is going to work. But let me show you real quick the gist of it. And then I'm going to sit down and actually try it using both hands. And I'll let you know if it worked or not. Because I'm probably going to need both hands for this ridiculous idea, right? Let me try to get this camera. Phone situated. Camera, phone. Phone, camera. Whatever. Call it what you want. It's 2026. It can be both. It could be one. It could be the other. They're practically interchangeable at this point, right? So, okay, there's the idea. You hold this sucker down with the old timing belt, like tight, you know? And then I hold it this way, and I attempt to loosen the nut. And then I can slide that off of there. Now, like I said, I'm really skeptical. I doubt this is going to work. And if you see in the next cut that I suddenly am holding a tool, a weird tool, and explaining the functions of it, you'll know that it didn't work. And I'll be a few bucks poorer with a tool that I'll never use again. All right, we'll see you there.